Hello and welcome to my craft room. In this video, we will be working in the Funtime Gazelle IV program, creating a text to shape. Here are a few examples of what I've already created. Enjoy. Okay, let's get started. Here's just a few examples of ones that I've already created, just playing around. The top one here, the heart is from the Funtime Blue Book. It is a fuller heart. The font that I used is True Type Font Impact. This one right here is also another heart from the Funtime Blue Book. It's got more of a tapered end to it, and the font that I used in there is the Funtime font Hobos. This one I was just playing around with just for fun, really. It's a paw print that I found that I transferred into a cut file and then used it to make the Wild About Wilcox. The font there that I used is also the Funtime font Hobos. What I'm going to show you how to make today is this one with the fuller heart and with the Impact font. The reason I chose that one is because I've noticed that Impact seems to be a preferred font when doing this kind of stuff. Usually because it's a more blocky, and I notice a lot of people use it for this. They use it for doing the circle monograms. So let's get started. I'm just going to open up a new window real quick. And we'll start by going over here to the shapes. And you're just going to scroll down to the image you want. I chose this one because it's the fuller heart. X out of there. Make it a little bit bigger so we know what we're doing. Now, I don't like working with the fill color. I don't like playing with it while I'm creating this, so I just get rid of that by hitting the X here. I also don't like how thick this line is, so I go ahead and change that over here to pen style and put in 0.003. Those are just personal preferences. I don't know what works best for me, so that's why I do that. Now we need the text, so we're over here on the right hand side, select text. We're using the True Type font, and I usually just start by typing in the first couple letters of the font that I want. Here's Impact, select that. Over here, type in Family, all in capital letters, and click OK. Now I'm going to bring Family down here, and I'm just going to enlarge this enough that it overlaps on both sides of the heart. I'm not too concerned about spacing or anything else right now. As we will be when we go into this, we're going to be editing each individual letter. So in order to edit each individual letter, first with the text selected, go to the top, select text, and convert text to path. Doing this makes each individual letter its own path so that you can work with and manipulate each letter. Keeping in mind, though, when you do this, any of the letters that have an inside cut to it also becomes an individual one, so you can then move that around wherever you want. In order to maintain the integrity of each of those letters, like A, B, D, etc., what I do is I select everything with the letter, the outside and the inside cuts. Once I've got it all selected, come up to shape and group it. That way, when you move each individual one, it moves together and maintains the integrity of the letter. To start out with, I'm going to start with the M. I'm going to go ahead and bring that to the middle, not worrying about that it's overlapping here or too far here, because like I said, we'll come back to each of those individual letters and put them where we want it. And then I'm not too concerned about size or anything like that right now. Just trying to get the idea of the layout, a rough format right now. So I want the M centered in the heart. In order to do that, you can either eyeball it, which is just fine, or what I usually do is with the M selected and then hitting the Shift key on the keyboard and then selecting the heart. That's got just the M and just the heart selected. I come over here to Justification, click on it, and then up here at the top, this one takes both of those images and justifies them horizontally and vertically. So there we go. Got the M where I want it, and I might just pull that down a little bit more. And that's just fine for right now. And then I'm going to move on to the other letters real quick. Again, I'm trying to make sure that they overlap at some place at the top and the bottom of the heart as I'm manipulating them and playing with them. Okay, like I said, doesn't have to be perfect right now. We'll get to each individual letter here in just a minute. Okay. With the I am going to go ahead and make sure that both points on the bottom and the top of the I overlap the heart. I don't like that so much because I want to keep some of the space here so you can tell that it's a Y. We'll fix that the other way in just a minute. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I think it'll be just fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to view each of the construction points of each of the letters. And what that's going to do is it'll allow us to take each of these little points that are still within the heart and extend it past the heart. By doing that, down here at the bottom, you've got this show or hide the construction points. It's the C with the dots on it. Select that. Come over here to the left, and this is your editing tool. So we're going to select that. And then to make it a little bit easier, I'm just going to select on a couple of these letters and bring us in so we can see what we're doing. Here, each one of these little square points is the construction point for the letters and the hearts. So what we're going to do here is start with the F and extend it past the heart. I like to make sure you can tell here that you can keep the line as straight as possible, which also helps to maintain the integrity of the F. That way it's still recognizable as an F. So that extend that all the way up. Now with this side of the F, what I do is I just select anywhere on this line. There are no construction points, but by selecting on it, it bows it out, and that takes us to the left of the side of the heart. And that looks pretty good. Come up here to the A and unselect that because we don't want that one, we want the A. And once again, I had this problem before. To make sure we're getting the right point, let's just zoom in really close here. Makes it a little bit easier. Maybe. There we go. Okay, got it. And then we'll just zoom back out so we're seeing it. So now both the top of the A now extends over the heart. And then come down here. Again, maintaining the integrity of the A and following the original line of it, just extending it, making those parts a little bit longer. And then you just continue this with each of the letters, making sure that they, the tops and the bottoms both extend outside of the heart. The M is already done down here. I made sure I did that when I originally did the I. And it looks like the L, the only part we got here is this one. All right, another thing you can do here is, as I'm looking at this, let's start by selecting just the Y again, and we're gonna nudge that up. By nudging it, I just use the arrow keys on my keyboard. Makes it a little bit easier for me. Oh, you know what? Well, let's try it, it could be fun. And then that way you can extend the L all the way past. And that leaves the Y right there. And then extend the top of the Y here. And this one up. There. All right, now looking at it, we've got everything extended past the heart. Let's zoom back out. We don't need the construction points anymore at this point. This shows that they're still there. That's okay. They're not really there right now. With the top cursor, your selection tool, click on there and select everything. The text, the heart, everything. With everything selected, come up to Tools, go down to the bottom where it says Intersection and select it. And there you go. You've got your heart, your text to heart. Everything is created that way. I believe in my other one, this is what makes it so much fun. Let's see. Let's grab that real quick and show you the difference. Select this, group it, because each one of those are individual. All right. And just to show you a little bit of a difference here, you can see with the Y, on this one, I actually extended it all the way down. On this one, instead of extending the Y down, I took the L all the way to the right. So it's just, you know, whatever you decide to do at the time and just go with it. You can basically do whatever you want and still have a lot of fun with it. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for taking your time to watch.